Hey guys, I think one of the common confusion that happens when learning songs is what to do with chords that have numbers after them, right? G7, C9, F major 7, an A minor 11, C13, all those kind of extensions, right? So I think I want to cover those in a couple videos. So today, let's just talk about seventh chords. We have essentially four different types. Okay, there's the major 7, there's the dominant 7, there's the minor 7, and then there's this sort of strange minor major 7. So we'll talk about that. That one's not used very often. But all of these chords are based on the triad, the root, the third, and the fifth of the scale, plus the seventh of the scale. The thing is you have to know which scale you're actually using because they kind of mix and match depending on what the chord is. Okay, so if we're playing in the key of G, for example, and we have, here's our scale, G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, and G. Now what's really important to know is the first, root, G, third, B, fifth, D, G, B, and D. And if I play this chord right here, or let's go with the bar chord. If I do the bar chord, I've got G, D, G, B, D, G. So there's the three notes repeating. I've got 1, 2, 3 G's. I've got 1, 2 D's, and I've got a B in the middle. Now in this scale, talking about sevens, there's the 7 right there, F sharp. F sharp is the 7. So if you see a chord that says G, M-A-J 7, G major 7, seeing the G by itself, just written on page G, it's a major chord. When it says G, M-A-J 7, or sometimes you'll even see a triangle 7, right? That is referring to the major 7. It's referring to the 7 that's major, taken from the major scale. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, F sharp. So when I play the G chord, which is a major chord, I play the major 7 note, the F sharp, and I get a G major 7. Or I can put the F sharp down here. Or, based on this bar chord, I can actually put the 7 right here. So I'm playing 3, 5, 4, 4, and then barring the 3, 3. Now, there's a lot of redundancy in here, and so most people actually play this chord, a G major 7 like this, which is 3, skip over the A string, and just let your first finger mute it. You have the 4th fret F sharp, the 4th fret with my pinky. These two are playing 4th fret. That's the B, the 3rd. And then I've got my middle finger right here playing the D, and I'm muting the high E. You might also see this chord. Here's a G triad, and here's the F sharp, so you might actually see it like this. Little Ventura Highway. Right, so that's a G major 7. It's a G chord with the major 7, meaning the 7th taken from the major scale. If I play a minor scale, I get an F natural. I get G, A, B flat, C, D, E flat, F, G. So if I play a minor chord, G minor, which comes from this scale, the third, 1, 2, 3 is B flat. So then this B in the major chord goes down to a B flat, and I get the minor chord. The 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is an F right there. So if you see written G, M, that's G minor, and then the 7 coming from the minor, then I take my pinky off, and I get 3, 5, 3, 3, 3, 3. That's G, D, B flat, G, D, F, B flat, D, G. So that's G minor 7. Okay. Now the ones that get confusing are the other two, right? So if I take a G major chord, but use the 7 from the minor scale, remember the 7 from the major scale is F sharp, but the 7 from the minor scale is F natural. If I use the flattened 7 in a G major chord, that's written as G7. Not major 7, not minor 7, it's just G7. And it's called a dominant chord. And that F was here on the 3rd fret, so I can take my pinky off and I get a G dominant 7 chord, or a G7. And that's G, B, F, which is here on the 3rd fret. I'm barring it. So I have 3, 5, 3, 4. That's the B, and then the D and the G down there. Right? So G major 7, some G major chord with an F sharp. G minor 7 is a G minor chord with an F, and G dominant 7, or G7, is a G major chord with a minor 7, or the F. The other one that we get is where we have a minor chord with a major 7, and that's written G minor, and then you see a big M7, right? That one, it just sounds kind of weird because we have G minor with the F sharp. Not as useful because it has that, but it's still pretty cool. Right? That one's not going to happen that often. Now, the cool thing about this is once you learn it as bar chords, right? Here's a major chord, here's a minor chord. Here's a major 7 chord, here's a dominant 7 chord, here's a minor 7 chord, here's a minor major 7 chord. Once you learn that here, you just move it. For example, if the chord progression says A major 7, well, I'll just move my bar up here to the A, and I play the same shape. I don't need to know what the notes are. I mean, it's good to know, but I don't have to play the shape. A major 7, B major 7, right? Or A minor 7, B minor 7, C major 7. D7. Right, so hopefully that sheds a little light on the 7 chords. We'll talk about the 9s and the 13s and all that some other time, but you know, just focus on those and making sure that when you're reading a piece of music that you're playing the correct chord. Got it? All right, we'll talk soon.